Good morning. I welcome you students for another important session on chemical equations. Till now, students, we have started with chemical equations, right? And in the chemical equations, last time I have discussed the mole concept. Right or wrong, tell me, keep on interacting with me, keep your energy levels high, students. Did we discuss mole concept last time?
Yes, we did.
Now, this is very important that we have discussed the stoichiometry of the different reactions. That we told you what we do whenever a chemical reaction takes place, students. We write the reactants on the left hand side, products on the right side, and then we always deal in terms of moles of the reactants. If A plus B gives C, student, we talk of moles of A reacting with moles of B to produce how many moles of the C. And balanced chemical reaction is very important, that we balance every reaction, right? Did we balance every reaction?
Yes, we did.
Okay, thank you very much. You are very intelligent students. I know that if the more you work, the more practice we do, student, the more we will learn. Every chemistry is to be learned as science subject, and once we learn it, we will like it. Otherwise, it will look very difficult. All these concepts which are written in the book. I will try to decode student each and every word of chemistry. This is very important that you understand each and every word. Now today's topic is very, very important as it's on the screen, student. Limiting reagent. Limiting reagent. What is a limiting reagent, student? Why do we talk of a limiting reagent? Let us see an example in our everyday life. What do you mean by, I'm saying, what do we mean by limiting reagent? We must understand the meaning of limiting reagent, student. Limiting reagent. Supposing, student, I am saying what is the meaning of limiting. Limiting means something which limits the product formed. That reagent which will limit the product formed. How do I say that? For example, student, you are making sandwiches at home, schooling. Do you take sandwiches? Okay. ठीक है? Supposing you are making sandwiches at home. ठीक है? You have 10 pieces of bread. ठीक है? And two pieces are required for one sandwich. Two pieces of bread you need, student, for one sandwich. ठीक है? And you have what you have, student, inside this you have to put, student, cheese slices. Cheese slices. Now you have total of three cheese slices. You have three cheese slices, students, and you have five pairs of bread. And you need one cheese slice for one sandwich. ठीक है? Now you have five pieces of bread, student. This is one piece, this is another piece. Inside this, you are putting cheese. But you are putting cheese. Can you tell me how many sandwiches can you make out of this? How many sandwiches you will be able to make of this? Student, tell me.
Three.
That means, students, actually, this five pieces of bread are there, but you have only three cheeses. So you will be able to make only three sandwiches. Now tell me which was less actually, cheese or this bread? Which
Bread. I mean the
this is
cheese. Cheese.
this is less. Therefore, this is my limiting reagent, student. You understood? This has limited the total product form. This is my product, student. These are my reactants. Reactant A, reactant B, and product C. But the question is, this was less, students. This was less. So that becomes an example of limiting reaction student, limiting reagent. That the cheese is less, this is present in lesser amount. So how much will be left student after these slices are made? Only 3 you got. Product, this is my product, only 3. And this is in excess. What is in excess? Bread is in excess. So you will be left with student. How many pieces of bread after that? You started with 10. You have used 6. 10 minus 6. So you are left with 4 pieces of bread. Okay? So this was in excess. Right? Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, student, in chemical reaction, also similar analogies will be there. Student, what is happening? That we don't, if we mix the appropriate amounts of the reactants as per the stoichiometry of the reaction, then it is not a case of limiting reagent. For example, student, I am writing a reaction, nitrogen reacts with hydrogen. Okay? This is a balanced reaction. Is it a balanced reaction? Tell me first. Is it this reaction balanced? Tell me. Is it balanced?
No. Yeah, it is.
According to this, the stoichiometry of the reaction says, supposing student, I say that I mix. Supposing I said this is 1, this is 3 is to 2. Mole ratio is how much? This mole ratio is how much? 1, 3, 2. Okay?
Yeah.
If I give you 1 mole of nitrogen and 3 mole of hydrogen, they will completely react to produce 2 mole of ammonia. Right or wrong? If I use 1 mole of nitrogen, students, 3 moles of hydrogen, they will completely react to produce 2 moles of ammonia. Nothing will be left, because this is not a case of limiting reaction. I give amounts exactly as per the stoichiometric coefficients of the reaction. Okay? I have moles of this. Clear? Supposing,
Yeah.
but if I give you student, according to this, 1 mole of nitrogen requires 3 moles of the hydrogen. 1 mole of the nitrogen requires 3 moles of the hydrogen, student. But supposing I take a reaction in which I say that I give you 3 moles of nitrogen and 3 moles of hydrogen. Now the question is, what will happen? What will happen, student? Will this reaction be completely, or there will be some material, some reactant which will be left, which will exhaust first, student? The material which is limiting exhaust is consumed. Here, student, as I told you, the cheese is consumed completely because it is present in the limiting, is a limiting reagent. It exhausts, students. But then other one which is present in excess, that remains behind. Now tell me, in these two cases, which will be the limiting reagent and which will be left behind? Which is in excess in the second case?
The hydrogen gas will be the limiting the reactant, and we will have leftover nitrogen gas.
Okay, that is the correct answer given by you. As per the mole ratio, 3 moles of this needs 1, and 3 moles of this, you have 3 of this, you have this in excess, student. And this reagent is a limiting reagent. That means, student, after the reaction is complete, 3 moles of this will consume 1 mole of nitrogen, and this is 3 minus 1, and 2 moles of nitrogen will be left. How much will be behind? Will remain in the reaction. Okay? Because this was in excess. And question is then, how much of ammonia will be produced? The amount of the product produced, student, amount of product produced is decided by the limiting reagent, this reagent. So this will be the reagent which will decide how much of ammonia will be produced, because this will be exhausted. This will exhaust, student, finish. Okay? This will finish after some time, and this will remain behind. So maximum amount or the theoretical yield you can get is 3 moles of this produces how much? 2 moles of ammonia. So our answer will be that 2 moles of ammonia will be produced, student, because you cannot produce more than the limiting reagent ratio, because this limiting reagent will limit the amount of the product. Clear? Any doubt?
No, no.
Now you understand what we talk of. Here is a definition also for the chemistry student. Limiting reagent in a chemical reaction is the reactant that consumed first and prevents any further reaction from occurring. It will be completely exhausted. It will be completely finished, student, and nothing is left for the reaction. So the amount of product formed during reaction is determined by the limiting reagent, student. Is it very clear to you? Tell me, any doubt? Is there any doubt? This is a very important concept in chemistry. Questions will be asked on this. After today's lecture, you will be able to solve every question of the limiting reagent. I will tell you a trick, simple trick to solve it. First, you be convinced. You have any doubt?
No, no.
Our purpose is, student, to understand each and every word what we write. And you will become such intelligent student in chemistry. 100 out of 100 is very easy. Once you develop a taste for it, main thing is to learn, student, learn, understand. That is the point. Okay, now students, I am as good as you. I'm as good as you. I was teaching in New York University for 3 years. I'm telling you, in the graduate students. So that's why I like to teach you. Because I wish I would be in Canada, in your country, teaching to you people. I like to teach actually. I have a lot of students from all over. If you have more friends, you can just get my contact. Now you see the story, how we are developing it. We play, actually we will play together and learn. That's my idea. There's no pressure on the student side. Now student, we understand that when in the industry student, they perform a reaction, they have to make a calculation that how many kilograms of the product you want to produce, student. Then you have to see how many products, reactants, what amount of reactant should be mixed. But usually what happens is one of the two is more. Then one of the two is more means that will be excess reagent will be left behind. And the limiting reagent, the one which is exhausted first, student, consumed completely, will limit the amount of the product. That is why the word limit has been written. Limiting reagent. Clear? Okay. Now students, let us see how will we solve these questions, students, on limiting reagent. In the exam, the questions are coming. On the screen, student, there is a question which I have given. I give you 1 minute to attempt this question. Consider the following reaction. Nitrogen plus 3 hydrogen gives 2 ammonia. If the reaction starts initially with 50 grams of nitrogen and 15 grams of hydrogen, what will be the limiting reaction? You have 1 minute to attempt this question before I solve this question. Students, you can think, how will we approach the question? Remember, always convert everything into moles first. What I told you is first convert every grams into moles, students, and then we will do the question. It becomes easy. Mole concept we learned because of this purpose. Because we convert grams into moles, students. Then it is easy. All right, let me see how I will do it. Once you see it, you will be able to do more questions on this, because we are going to give some practice on this limiting reagent, because it's a very important for exam students. Question will be asked. You are given, you have student nitrogen and you have hydrogen. ठीक है? You have given how many grams are given, student?
50 grams nitrogen gas.
50 gram of nitrogen. I'm saying G. G is a symbol of gram, student. And for hydrogen, how many you have? 50. Let us calculate the moles of these, student. What is the molecular mass of nitrogen? 28.
14.
28 by 50 and 15 by 2 moles. How many moles are coming?
It would be just under 2.
Yes, if we have a calculator, we can calculate, student. You will get around 1.79 and this you are getting 7.5. Okay? These are the moles. You have first thing is to get the moles. Okay. Moles of nitrogen. How much moles of nitrogen I have when I started the reaction? 1.79. How many moles of hydrogen? I started with 7.5. So instead of grams, he could have given you moles, but he gave only grams. So he is doing a reaction of nitrogen and hydrogen in which he is mixing 50 grams of nitrogen and 15 grams of hydrogen. So we calculated the moles. The next thing, student, you should do is that you divide this by their stoichiometric coefficient, student. Divide by, now this is the trick you remember for exam, very important. Divide by the stoichiometric coefficients. This mole, how many stoichiometric coefficients are there for nitrogen? Here, 1?
Yeah, 1.
1. So students, what I will do, 1.79 by 1. And how many are there, student? Stoichiometric coefficient 3.
3.
7.5 by 3, student. Divide by the stoichiometric, divide the mole, what I said, student, mole divided by their stoichiometric coefficient. Okay? This is the important point, student. Mole. N is the moles, and this is the stoichiometric coefficient. This is the number A or B, whatever these are, A or B. Okay? Remember this formula. Now, what is this value? 1.75. What is 7.5 by 3? Can you help me?
Yep, it would be 7.5. Be 2.5.
Excellent, correct answer. Now, which is more, student? Which is more? This is
2.5.
more. This is less. Therefore, student, the simple technique. This is my limiting reagent, student. Which is the limiting reagent? Here.
Nitrogen gas.
Okay. See how good, how fast we are able to do it now. This is the thing you have to learn. So, student, which is the limiting? This is less. This is more. Therefore, limiting reagent here is, student. Limiting reagent is my nitrogen. Okay? I would say that limiting answer is nitrogen is the limiting reagent, student. And therefore, student, hydrogen is present in excess. So this will be consumed, student, in the reaction completely, consumed. And what will be left then? Hydrogen will be left. And student, this limiting reagent will limit the product. Now you will say how much of ammonia will be produced? Question, how much of NH3 will be produced, student, in this reaction? Next question. I give you 1 minute to try this. How much of ammonia will be produced, students?
Which question?
How much ammonia will be produced in this reaction, student?
I cannot see it.
How much ammonia will be produced in this reaction which we have written, student? That is the question here.
Okay.
We are saying limiting reagent you have found out. Now the question is how much amount of ammonia will be produced? How will you calculate that, students? The amount of ammonia produced.
Um,
I will tell you a simple formula now. We can easily do it. Which will decide the amount of product produced? The limiting reagent, as we said, the amount of product student formed during reaction is determined by the limiting reagent. Clear? This is line is clear to you.
yeah.
Then we have nothing to do with the hydrogen because the hydrogen will be in excess and that will be left 1.79 moles. As soon as so many moles will be used up, student, their action will finish, will exhaust, will end, because that no more of nitrogen is left, student. Therefore, no product can be formed. Therefore, the limiting reagent here is nitrogen. What we are saying, what you mean 1.79 moles are there? How many moles of nitrogen are there? How many moles of
1.79.
these are the moles of nitrogen. So student 1.79 mole of nitrogen is there. Okay? And the stoichiometric coefficient of this, how much? 1. Okay? This must be equal to, student, this must be equal to moles of ammonia produced, moles of ammonia produced, mole of NH3 produced, divided by the stoichiometric coefficient of NH3, divided by stoichiometry coefficient of NH3. This is the formula now. Now tell me, this value we want to find out, X. What is the coefficient of NH3 in this reaction?
2.
2. Okay. So what is the equation become, student, now? Before you on the screen, what is the equation? You have got the formula 1.79, okay, divided by 1 is equal to X by 2. What is the value of X then? X is equal to 2 into 1.79 mole of NH3, students. How much is that? Just find out how much is that, student.
1.79. 3.58.
9 to the 8, 7 to the 5. Absolutely right. 3.52 mole of ammonia is produced in this reaction. Then how many grams of ammonia are produced, student? Moles you have got, then calculate how many grams. In grams, student, how many grams of NH3 produced, student? What will be that equal to? Mole into 3.58 mole into what is the molar mass of the NH3? NH3? How much?
And
14 plus 3
yeah, must be 17.
gram per mole. Multiply by 17. What is the answer, student? This is the answer in grams.
3.5. It would be 60.86 grams.
60.86.
86. Yeah.
Okay, student. I thank you very much. How you understand how easy it is to solve the questions of stoichiometry coefficients. Students, now important point is this, that by this method, student, we already have seen how we will make a calculation, student, how we will make a calculation. And interesting thing is that, students, you know, if I want to see how many moles of how many moles it will consume, student, this was my nitrogen, it is using hydrogen, how many moles of the hydrogen will be consumed, then it is easy, student. If I want to see how many moles of H2 will be consumed in this reaction, I give you 1 minute to try that also. How will we do that? You have 1.79 mole of the nitrogen divided by the stoichiometry coefficient, and how many moles of the hydrogen you have how many moles of the hydrogen you will need, student? X divided by the mole. What is the stoichiometry coefficient of hydrogen? 3. So what will be the then X equal to 1.79 into 3. How much will that come?
That would be 5.37.
That's something wrong we have done here. What we said ki how many moles? 1.79 moles are required, student. That means we this is moles is more. So we have to see that you had uh, actually 1 mole of nitrogen uses 3 moles of hydrogen. 1 mole of, well, let us do it in a more simple way because there could be some difficulty. All we have to see this way. More easy. Let me try. Okay. You, according to this equation, 1 mole of nitrogen will consume 3 mole of hydrogen, student. ठीक है? 1 mole of nitrogen consumes 3 mole of nitrogen. And if you have 1.79 mole of nitrogen, that will consume how much? 3 by 3 mole of hydrogen. 1 mole of nitrogen is requires 3 mole of hydrogen. Then 1.79 will require how much? 3 into 1.79. That was how much, student?
That was
That was okay, the same
5,
thing which I was calculating. What is the amount?
5.37.
5.37 would have been required, but we have only how much? 2.5. That is why we said this need, student, this 1.79, and we have to divide by the ratio also. Ratio. What is the this 3 divided by 3? 3 the mole ratio. So therefore we can calculate, student, the amounts of the product produced and the amounts which will be left, student, after the reaction is completed. After the reaction is completed. So in this reaction, we have shown that nitrogen is our limiting reagent and the product produced is decided by the limiting reagent. We will take more examples to show it. More examples to prove what we want to say. Reaction number 2 is on the screen. Question number 2. What we are saying, methane burns in oxygen to give carbon dioxide and water according to the following equation. This equation is already given to us, students. In one experiment, a mixture of 0.25 mole of methane was burned in 1.25 mole of oxygen in a sealed steel vessel. Find the limiting reagent, if any, and calculate the theoretical yield in water moles. Now you have a question, 1 minute for this question. You can attempt, then I will solve the question for you, students. Methane burns in oxygen. You know, it's a combustion reaction. Combustion reactions are the natural gas which you are using at home, student. They are all examples of combustion reaction. Fuels, petroleum, they are mixture of hydrocarbons. You burn in the car petroleum, student, and they produce energy which is used for running the cars. So the chemical energy is being converted into your mechanical energy. And when a lot of heat is produced, which is used for cooking at your homes. In this reaction, methane is burnt in oxygen and produces carbon dioxide, water. A lot of energy will also be liberated in this reaction. These are exothermic reactions. Student, combustion reactions are used as fuels in our everyday life. So students, how will we solve this question? These are the questions of limiting. All we are doing is questions of limiting reagent. Very important. So we have to find out, student, which is the limiting reagent. Which is the limiting reagent in every case. Limiting reagent will limit the amount of the products which are formed. Limiting reagent, student. In a, what he says, student, this is methane, 2O2, CO2. In one experiment, mixture of, you are given, already you are given moles, student, CH4 and O2. How many moles of their methane? 0.250 and 1.25 mole of oxygen. They are burned in a sealed steel vessel. Okay? First, I told you find the mole by stoichiometric mole ratio. This will help us a lot. How many moles are there here? One.
Yeah.
How many moles are there? Two.
Two.
What is this, student? 0.250. What is this? What is this?
This
625. Okay? Which is a larger, student?
0.625.
This is excess. This is limiting reagent. Limiting reagent. Now the limiting reagent will decide the amount of the water produced. He says how much water will be produced, which will decide the amount of the product. We already said limiting reagent will determines, student, what determines? The amount of
product produced.
Okay, very good, very good. So what is the easiest thing which we can do, student? What I say that 0.25 mole, you have 0.25 mole of ammonia, methane, divided by the stoichiometric coefficient. What is the stoichiometric mole ratio? 1 is equal to, student, the amount of the water produced. Mole of H2O produced divided by the stoichiometric coefficient of water. Okay? Okay? X, this value is, I don't know, this value. Stoichiometry, how much is the stoichiometric coefficient of water here?
2.
2. Okay. So what it becomes? 0.25 by 1 is equal to X by 2. What is the value of X then, students?
It would be 0.5.
2 into 0.25, students.
Divided by 1.
That's okay, no problem. 0.50 mole, student, of H2O is produced. If you want to calculate in grams, student, what will be the answer in grams if you want to calculate? Convert
You have to
moles into grams if you want. 0.50 into, what is the H2O? 2 plus 16.
Yeah.
Is equal to 18 gram per mole, student. So you have 0.50 mole into 18 gram per mole. Mole cancels. So what is this value coming?
9 grams.
So 5 by 10 into 18, student. 9 grams.
I think so, yes.
9 gram of water will be produced. Is it clear?
Yeah, got it.
Any doubt, student? Any doubt in the limiting reagent? Any doubt in the limiting?
None at all.
Limiting reagent reactions, student, are important. One question is coming, student. So the limiting reagent here is this one. Which one is a limiting reagent?
Methane.
One more thing we can do. What you said, the limiting reagent, what is the answer you are getting, student? Limiting reagent is, you have calculated, not me. You have solved this question. Limiting reagent is CH4. And you are saying, what is the mole of H2O produced, student, here? 0.50 mole. And which is also equal to 9 gram H2O. Okay? So students, in other words, the question is you have how many, according to this equation, students, you are using how many moles of CH4.25 moles of CH4 used up. Consumed completely, exhausted. This is exhausted. Yes.
Yeah.
We finished in the reaction.
Yeah.
And some oxygen will be left. So how many moles of oxygen will be used? How many mole of O2 will be used by this student? You know, according to this equation, 1 mole CH4 uses 2 mole O2. 2 mole O2. And therefore 0.25 mole of CH4 will use how many, students?
0.5.
2 into 0.25. 0.50 mole of O2. How many mole of O2 you have?
We have 0.625.
So students, what are the mole of O2 left after reaction?
0.125.
0.625 minus 0.50. So you have 5, 2, 1. So after the reaction is complete, student, you will be left with how much oxygen? 0.125 mole left. This was in excess. Clear?
Yeah.
So we can also find how much excess reagent is there, student, how much will be left. The reaction takes place, all the methane is consumed, but oxygen was present in larger amount. And after the product has been formed, the methane is exhausted, consumed completely. And how much amount of oxygen is left, we can calculate by this formula. Because they can ask you in the paper how much of the oxygen will be left after the reaction is complete. Is it clear now?
Yeah.
The questions can be put in many ways. But if we understand, it is very easy for us to solve. Any problem up to now, any doubt, student, you have, tell me. My purpose is that there should be no doubt left after the class is over. After today's lecture, you will be able to solve each and every question of the limiting reagent, because they are very important. Students are having great difficulty in this. I've got a lot of phone calls of limiting reagent we have not understood. And question will be given in the paper. I said, how will you solve it? So we will solve few more questions to make the things very clear. Okay, students. Another question is on the screen, student, for you on limiting reagent. Chloroform reacts with chlorine to form carbon tetrachloride and hydrogen chloride. In an experiment, student, 25 gram of chloroform and 25 gram of chlorine were mixed. Which is the limiting reagent? What is the maximum yield of CCl4 in moles and in grams? You have 1 to 2 minutes to try this question before I do it. Whatever you want to try, students, as per the what we have told you, find the moles of each one of them, write the reaction, balance the reaction, find the moles, and then we will decide which is the limiting reagent. All right, student, let us do it. Chloroform, students, CHCl3 is chloroform, reacts with chlorine to form CCl4 plus HCl. Is this equation balanced, students?
See.
Yes.
Yeah, it is balanced.
Balanced. He says 25 grams of chloroform, student, grams. G. 25 grams of chloroform reacts with 25 gram of chlorine. Okay? In the reaction, he is mixing grams. What will be the moles, student? We have to find for HCl3, student. Carbon is 12, hydrogen is 1, Cl is 35.5 into 3, student. How much will be that, student? So, hundred and 106.5 students. What is it coming? Is it okay?
Yep, it is okay.
25 by 119.5 moles. 25. This is 35.5 into 270 mole. But we have to first calculate these values, students. What these values are coming? You have a calculator, then you can tell me what is the value which is coming, students.
It would be, the first one would be 0.2092.
Point something, no? Right? Point. It will be less. It will be something like 0.2, 0.2 students, something like this.
0. Yeah, 0. Something.
This is coming to be around 3.3571, something like that. Okay?
Yeah.
These are the moles, student. I divide mole by what? Stoichiometry coefficients all the time. Okay? Clear? Formula clear? How many moles? 1. No problem. 0.209 by 1. 0.357 by 1, student. What do you get? 0.209. Which is the smaller value?
0.209.
That means this is the limiting reagent, student. This is in excess. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Then product will be decided by what? Product is decided by? Product is determined by limiting reagent?
Yeah, limiting reagent.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Then tell me how much of that will be there? Product is determined by limiting reagent student. What is asking? What is the maximum yield of CCl4 in moles and in grams? Student, in moles and in grams. You have 1 minute to answer the question. 1 minute to answer the question. What is the maximum yield, student, of CCl4 in mole and in grams? Okay.
So it would be the
Formula which I use, mole divided by stoichiometric coefficient, student,
times
is equal to mole produced, mole of, what is that, CCl4
CCl4
produced divided by the stoichiometric coefficients. Stoichiometric coefficient of CCl4. How many moles are there? 0.209 by 1. X by how much is this is also 1. So how much X will be there? 0.209 mole of CCl4. How many grams will be there then? What is the molecular mass of CCl4? 12.
12 plus
0.5 into 4. How much will be that value?
35.5 times 4 would be 142.
142. Okay. What is the value coming, student? 4, 5, 154 gram per mole.
Yeah.
Okay, then 0.209 mole into 154 gram per mole, student. What is the answer coming then?
It would be 32.186.
32.186 gram. Okay, student, you got the answers very clearly now. So you can see that how easily you can solve the questions on stoichiometry, student. What is our answer coming? How many you are saying mole of CCl4 0.209 and gram of CCl4, how much? 32.186. Okay? These are the answers. Any doubt?
No.
Okay, so good so far. Able to solve all the questions easily. Another question on the screen, student. After today class, there will be no doubt of limiting reagent. You will be able to do all the numericals. Because students are having great difficulty in this. Therefore, I decided to give more practice student. Once you do it, you can do it anywhere, no problem. Aluminium chloride can be made by the reaction of aluminium with chlorine. What is the limiting reactant if 20 grams of aluminium and 30 grams of Cl2 are used? How much AlCl3 can be theoretically formed, students? You have 1 to 2 minutes to try this question. Then we both are going to do it, students, together.
It would be, so to do grams over stoichiometry. So it'll be 20 divided by 2.
Friends, all right. You have two things, student, aluminium and Cl2. ठीक है, you are given in grams, student. How many grams are given? 20 grams. If I do a mistake, you will tell me. I hope the data we are taking correctly. Mole. What is the atomic mass of aluminium? 20 by 27. For Cl2, 30 by 70. ठीक है? Okay. What is this value coming around, students? 20 by 27. 20 by 27, students. How much is this? Point something like 0.74. And this is coming point 4, something 0.428. Am I right?
Yep, you are right.
Then mole by stoichiometry coefficient, students. How many are there? 2. 0.74 by 2. And how many are these? 0.428 by 3, students. Cl2. What is this value coming? 0.37. How much is this?
0.142.
0.142. 0.1.
Yeah, 142.
Something like that. ठीक है?
Yeah.
Which is smaller, students?
0.142.
This is a limiting reagent, student. This is in excess, students. ठीक है? The limiting reagent will decide the product formed, student. This will determine the product. Always in a reaction, because it will be completely consumed in the reaction. This will, some amount will be left because it is in excess, students. So student, what we are saying, you have 0.428 moles of this chlorine divided by the stoichiometry coefficient is equal to amount of the AlCl3 produced. Moles of AlCl3 produced, student, divided by the stoichiometry coefficient of AlCl3 is how much? 2. ठीक है?
Yeah.
Find the value of X. You have 1 minute.
Two. Eight, two. Be 2.568.
All right, let us see. 0.428 into 2 by 3, students. So, how much you are getting?
I'm getting 2.568.
2.568. 2 into 0.14, or say approximately 0.143. Now, point you are getting in points now. How much will be there?
Yeah.
6, 8, 0.286 moles of AlCl3. produced. How many grams it will be? This is our theoretical yield. What is the AlCl3 molar molecular mass? 27 plus 35.5 into 3 student. What is that value coming?
Okay, let me just do that. 35 point. It would be 133.5.
133.5 gram per mole students. So what is the answer in grams? 0.286 into 133.5 grams. What is the answer coming then?
It would be 38.181 grams.
All right. 38.181
181.
gram of AlCl3 will be produced. Is it clear?
Yeah.
If we want to see how much this is a limiting reagent, student, this is the limiting reagent here. You have consumed how many? 4.28 moles of the Cl2 have been used, students. They will use how many moles of aluminium? If we want to calculate, student, in this, according to the reaction, students, the answer of this question is over. No problem here. If we want to go further, if a question is further added, student, that how much of aluminum will be left in the reaction, because aluminum is in excess. Okay? You are saying aluminum is in excess. How much will be left after reaction completed? If this question is given, then how will we do it? According to this, student, according to this stoichiometry, you are saying 3 mole Cl2 will use how much? 2 mole of aluminum. Okay? And you have used how many? 0.428 moles of Cl2. 0.428 mole of Cl2 will use how much, student? 2 by 3 into 0.428 mole of aluminum. What is that value coming? What will be that?
It would be
0.134. What is that? 4 0.284 mole. How much will be used? 0.284. Okay?
Yeah.
0.284 mole of aluminum will be used, student. How much you have?
We have 0.74.
So what will be the amount used? 0.284. How much will be left, student, then? The mole of Al left will be how much? 0.74 minus 0.284. How much is that?
That would be 0.456.
0.456 mole of aluminum will be left, student, after the reaction is complete. If you want to calculate in grams, student, you can multiply by 27. So you will get how much grams will be left, students. So this way we can see the amounts student which we are using and how much amounts will be left in the reaction. So we can use these limiting reagent student to find out the products which are formed. For the combustion of sucrose, 10 gram of sucrose and 10 gram of oxygen is reacting. What is the limiting reagent? Now is easy answer for you. What is the limiting reagent student here? Simple question. You have C12H22O11 is our sucrose, and you have oxygen student O2. How many grams are given? 10 and 10 grams. How many moles will be there, student? 10 by, what is the molecular mass of sucrose? Molar mass of sucrose will be 12 into 12 plus 1 into 22 plus 16 into 11, student. How much is that coming?
That's 144 plus 22. 160. It'll be 342.
Correct. 342 gram per mole, student. So 10 by 342, and these are the moles. 10 by how much? 32 mole, and then mole by stoichiometry ratio we have to find. What is this value coming?
It would be 0.3125.
0.3125. What is this?
Oh, the other one is 0.32. The other one is
this one.
0. Yeah. So
0.125. What will be
the other one would be it would be 0.029.
0.029. Then 0.029 student divided by 1, and 0.3125 divided by 12. Whole 12 here, 1 here. You need lot of oxygen for combustion of this. 12 times 12 moles of oxygen for 1 mole of sucrose, students. So what you are getting? 0.029. And what is this value now?
It would be
0.02
0.026.
6.
Yeah.
Okay, which is lower?
The 0.026 is the limiting reagent.
Therefore, this is the limiting reagent, student, in this. The limiting reagent, it looked as if this will be the answer, but see here, 12 times of oxygen is consumed by 1 mole of sucrose. Therefore, this is the limiting reagent here. And this limiting reagent will limit the product, student. If you want to see how much of carbon dioxide will be produced in this, how much of CO2 will be produced, we can calculate this value, students, by this method. You have oxygen, oxygen, you have 0.3105 moles of oxygen. You have 0.3105 moles of oxygen, and divided by the stoichiometry of the oxygen is equal to x of CO2 divided by 12. So by this you can find the value of x. How much of CO2 will be produced, student, in this case? Both are 12. 12 of this gives 12 of this. So x is equal to 0.310 3105 mole of 3105 mole of the same as oxygen, CO2 will be produced, which will be equal to 0.3105 into 44 grams of CO2. Clear? Got it?
Yeah.
All right, then this ends the topic of the limiting reagent. Sufficient questions have been solved by you. And I think this concept is very clear, that we have a trick to solve these questions very easily. We can find out how much excess reagent is there and which will be the limiting reagent. Therefore, I will meet you in my next class. Have a nice time and take care.
Thank you so much.
For me in India, and it's good night for you in Canada. I have a sound sleep. Then we will see you in the next class.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye bye.